Hello, dear explorers. Nice to see you again, or nice to see you for the first time, in case you are visiting my channel for the first time. My name is Adela, and today I'm going to talk about the activation number 31. You might have seen I started a series about activations. When I talk about the term activation, I'm encompassing the gene keys, the human design, and the astrology of a transit that is specific for the time we are talking right now. Each activation stays about 6 days. So right now we are in the full season of Leo, and the activation that is transiting is number 7. So maybe you come to watch this video through the Gene Keys teaching. So in case you do, it's about the Gene Key number 7, or maybe you come from the human design perspective and it's about the Gate 7. Or maybe you are into astrology and it's about the Leo activations. So let's dive into it. I will shortly say my perspective about this activation. It's one that I don't have in my profile, but I know a lot of people that do have it, and I saw this very interesting energy. The activation heaven 7 has heaven. The activation 7 has. It's an energy very much related to guiding and to leading. And some of you might have the whole channel. I will show you in a bit how the whole channel looks and how you can identify if you have it in your chart. Or some of you might have just 7 or just 31, but still feel that energy of guiding and of leading in your life. It's a very interesting Leo activation, a very interesting segment of the Leo energy. And Leo is here in this activation one of the archetypes of the leader. We have many nuances of Leo, and in case you are into astrology, you know there are such different personalities in one sign. You can have such different personalities of the sun sign. So those of you who are born now, your birthday was beginning of August, you might have these activations in your chart. Just take a look. So let's dive into it, and I'll show you the screen and how you can see if you have this activation in your chart, and then the information I wrote about it. So here you have my chart. You will see that I don't have 7 here, but I have 31. So in case you are into human design, you can see here that 31 and 7 are bridging a channel together. So you might have 7, you might have 31, or you might have all of them. Them together together they have this energy of the channel of alpha. So that's one point to look at. Or I can show you some charts that I usually work with. For me, they make much more sense as my main occupation is as an astrologer. I work with this chart that's named a quantum chart, natal quantum chart. And you can look here, like the number in front of the point. If somewhere you have 7, you won't find it in mine. I have just 31, as I said, but take a look. Maybe you find 7. Maybe it's not in your main profile, but you can find these activations in the extended chart. And in the human design one, as I said, you can easily see it here. It's this channel. So this gate here is the one we will talk about today. So this is the logistics part. See if you have it, see if people you want to know more about have it. And now let's dive into the information. So what I wrote about this beautiful activation here is 7 is, from my perspective, the power behind the throne, or not from my perspective, but from the Gene Keys perspective, and what felt, even for me, what felt very true to this activation. In human design, it's in the G center. G center has a lot to do with behaviors and archetypes of behaving, and this is the leading type of behavior, and it's part of 31-7, as I said, the channel of the alpha. It's a collective gate, so it's a collective type of leader, the leader that speaks the language of the collective and has this collective influence, that leader archetype. You can find this archetype even in 31, even in 7, but it's a very, very interesting energy. In astrology is my big love. I'm an astrologer. The basis is astrology for me, and this is from astrology I started going into Gene Keys and human design. If you're into astrology, it's a Leo gate from 13 degrees to 18 degrees, and it's opposite to Aquarius. So we have this energy of fire and air here, a very interesting energy. The Leo has a fire that is very much inspired by air, and it's an energy of the leader that has to talk to the masses. You have the spark, the fire, and you have the air connecting and communicating. So it's quite a nice polarity here. And in the Gene Keys, if you are familiar with the Gene Keys language, 7 has the programming partner 13, the Gene Key 13, that's an Aquarius Gene Key and is very much related to listening. Both of them are related to listening. 7 and 13 have very interesting way of listening and guiding people. From my perspective, the 31 and the 7, those who make the channel, are the leader side of Leo. We have very different energies in Leo, as I said in the beginning. We have the creator Leo, we have the leader Leo, we have the nurturing Leo, and you can find different sides of Leo. So take a look what kind of Leo you are. It would be nice to know and to see your opinions. If we remain in the Gene Keys language, we can see that 7 is on the codon ring of union together with 4, 29 and 59. And please go and study a bit more about the codon rings. You will find magnificent information here. And also try to look if you, having one of these keys, usually relate better with people having one of those. The way rings work is just fascinating. The shadow of this key or activation is division, separation. They divide and separate themselves or others. The gift is guidance, the power to guide. And the CD, the highest vibration, is virtue. And the 7 is a guide that leads people into virtue and leads people into living a virtuous life. In the Vedic astrology, I'm a super fan of Vedic astrology. In the Vedic astrology, it's part of the Ashlesha nakshatra. I hope I pronounce it right. It's not my my main language. Nakshatras are like lunar mansions. It's like segments of the activation, and it means embrace and intimate connection and closeness. The symbol of Ashlesha is, that's quite interesting for the Leo, is a snake or intertwined snakes that embrace from the energy of snakes together. What's very interesting about this symbol is that they are living in the Naga world. And you can read more about the Nagas. They are protectors of vast treasures associated with dragons and snakes. So you can see here the power of the Leo associated also with the power of dragons. And I know many people that are in this knowledge and spiritual world are fascinated by snake and dragon. So take a look there and read more about the Naga legends, because you will find more about virtue and this connection between Ashlesha, the Leo, and this city of virtue that's just beautiful. If you like to study more about animals, or if you are like I am, very connected to the animal and the plant world, you could see that activation 7 is related to the caterpillar, to the ram, and to the kiwi bird. Such an interesting one. I really was looking today at pictures with the kiwi bird, and I was like, wow, such a nice creature. And I'll finish with the stone and the mineral, in case you like working with stones or minerals, or you like having them around or creating stuff with them, Galena is the one associated with 7. So I hope the information here is valuable for you and it gives you new insights. And I would really love to know your opinion about 7. Do you have it in your profile? How does it play in your profile? And how do you feel about leading and virtue? And do other people see you as a leader? Do you feel comfortable leading them? So these questions are questions I only think about when working with this energy. Thank you for watching, and in few days you will see also the video related to life lessons learned from Activation 7, and this is a series I started in case you have activations you would like to talk about and you would like to appear in videos with me. Please let me know. You have my contact details below, and it would be a pleasure collaborating. So thank you and many blessings.